All right, welcome back to assignment 7. This time we'll be running the Ancova or analysis of covariance. We are looking to understand if there are differences in test scores between classes after controlling the number of periods missed in our SPSS. You will see this labeled as P missed in SPSS. So looking at our variables, right here you see our column is P missed. We are asking, is there a statistically significant difference in test scores between classes after controlling for periods missed? Our null hypothesis states that there is no significant difference in test scores between classes after controlling for periods missed. The alternative hypothesis states that there is statistically significant difference in test scores between classes after controlling for periods. We will have to run the assumptions of homogeneity of regression slopes as well as the homogeneity of variances. We'll need to see the correlation between classes and period missed. We'll start doing that by going to Analyze, General Linear Model, Univariate. Once that pops up, we're going to move our class to our fixed factor, our test to our dependent factor, and periods missed will become our covariate. Once we do that, we're going to have to go to Model, and you see there's 3 options up here. We want to click Build Custom Terms. Now we will add class, click Add, periods missed, build term, add. Now we're going to have to do class, build by, class, periods missed, and add. And you can see that we have all 3 of those in our model. We're going to click continue. And after we click continue, the test of between subject effects, we need to go to all right, now that we have that, we need to go to options. And of course, we want our homogeneity test. Let me make sure this is everything we need. We can see our confidence intervals and our significance. That's right. We're going to click continue. And then we're going to click OK. All right, and our output chart is up, and we're going to look at the test of between subjects effects table. In this table, you see that our p-value for class minus periods missed is 0.488, which is greater than 0.05, so it is not statistically significant. This tells us that our assumption of homogeneity of regression slopes has been met. We can then say the relationship between the covariate periods missed and the dependent variable is equitable across all classes or consistent. We're going to go to Levine's test of equality of error variances, and we can see the p-value of 0.754, which is not statistically significant because it's more than 0.05. Therefore, the assumption of equal variance has also been satisfied. Because they both have been met, we are now going to move forward to our Ancova test. We go back to Analyze. We go back to our general linear model. And then we're going to go back to univariate. And you can see our information still stayed the same. I just want to check it one more time. And then we're going to click the model button. And you notice it has stayed here. We want to go back to full factorial. And once we go back to that, we're going to click continue. We will go to EM means and move class to display, means for. And we want to click compare main effects. And like our last assignment, we want to go confidence interval Bonferroni. Once we have done that, we're going to click continue. And then we're going to go back to options. And this time we're going to do our descriptive statistics, our estimates of effect size, but we do need to take this off since we already have that information. I just check one more time. And then we're going to click continue and OK. All right, so now we look at the test of between subjects effect information, and we have an F value of 4.116. Typically, this will let us know that we were going to reject our null, but we'll come back to that. We have The 0.020, which is obviously less than 0.05, indicating, excuse me, indicating that there is not a significance, but there is a statistically significant difference. We look at our 0.087, and that is indicating that we have a medium effect size. There are there are statistically significant differences in test scores between classes and practically meaningful. We're going to look at the estimates. This is where you can see the mean. You see Smith's class has an 84, Jones has a 79. There's a pretty difference there. And then you have Brown at 80. Now, when we go to the pairwise comparisons, I can see Smith to Jones has a 0.02, which is less than the 0.05. We can see Smith to Brown has a 0.075, which is greater than the 0.5. And then we go Jones to Brown, and you can see they have a 1.0. In these, you can tell that indicating there's not a significance difference between the classes. Through our analysis, the test demonstrates that the class does not have significant and meaningful impact on test performance after controlling for the number of periods.